well. Check out techno-mall.com for more information. Techno-mall.com.
Now, the Jiggy Jaguar Show on JiggyJaguar.com.
Well, we're having a lot of fun today. We've worried. Doug and Romie think that the professor who's been milling around, I always like to say that he's the equivalent to the dude on the couch and half-baked. He's just there.
He's like a cat, dude. He just kind of creeps around and peeks his head out.
We thought Matt from Harrington scuba Steved up through the toilet to fight Doug again.
He wants a rematch.
He wants a rematch with
Dude,
Doug.
Dude, pull my fucking pants down.
Well, A, I didn't pull his pants down. They fell off as I chucked him like a
I tossed
bad
him to the
lawn
ground
dart.
like a small child.
Yeah.
Sir.
And B, if I had pulled his pants down, since he just got out of prison, I was trying to make him feel like home, just here, I'm gonna dry smash your shit box. So like shower days, man. Come on, you'll like it.
Now, we amazingly had a call earlier, but it was one of the bands that wanted to come down and do an interview today when they heard you guys were going to be here.
Well, who's that? Who's the band?
Some band from Wichita. They're like, oh, you got comedians in studio? We got to come, man.
Fuck yeah, Kronos.
What are
We're Kronos. We're gonna
What are we,
pimp our
fucking
new album.
clowns? I'm gonna soft shoe for him. What's the name of the band?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the name of the band?
No, they
fucking
just
great.
told me they're
Come on.
playing
They
in
have
town
your phone
tonight.
number. They just
They're playing in town tonight, and they got my phone number.
They're playing in.
Dodge?
They're playing at 14 North.
What the hell?
What the
is
fuck's a
that?
14 North?
It used to be the old W.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we should go down there after our show and do an encore show there.
I don't know if they'll have any people, because they're not real big on like attracting crowds.
The band or the W?
Both.
The band doesn't have a name.
Tell the band to come on up to the.
Come see us play tonight. We have instruments.
See us play the double barrel.
Yeah, have the band come up to the double gun or whatever, double barrel.
Double barrel.
Yeah, sorry, we were at Roadhouse last night. What was it? Blockhouse.
It might as well have been Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Dougie in the corner.
No, Jesse.
You just ask Matt.
Nobody puts Jesse in the corner.
Or Dougie.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are. Tell me about this suite that you're staying at. I seen.
You tell. I gotta go get some more funny to drink.
Romie,
Oh my God,
what's this
guy is-
picture? You showed me this picture
We're
earlier.
at the, we could do. Yeah, we're not live, so we're at the
Yeah.
Hampton Inn in Hutch, and they have pictures. Like they have room numbers, and then they have pictures. I put it on Facebook. You can look me up on Facebook, Romie Lee, and then look it up. All my shows are on there too. Cheap plug. Ain't that why we're here to plug our shit? That's why we have the Sandusky suite at the hotel. I'm gonna plug
That's
some
why we
shit
have the
later.
Sandusky suite.
It's like probably from the chest down, a small child on a tire swing, and it just says welcome. So I dubbed it the Sandusky suite.
Dubbed it
There's
the
no walk-in
Sandusky
shower,
suite.
So it's not.
That's right. They're gonna take away their bowl status when they Hampton Inn won't be able to play any bowls for
The Pedo Bowl?
The Pedo Bowl.
Syracuse versus Penn State.
Hey, them are both of my teams. Shut up, dude.
Now, Romie, you were telling me during the break you tried to seek some publicity from our friends in Salina.
Yeah,
How did that go?
Well, I haven't heard back. It was like a month ago from the Salina Journal. I'm not worried about it. I make my own noise, like you.
Yes.
Like you.
Thank you.
I hear you every once in a while, or see you every once in a while talking about getting back into brick and mortar radio. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Radio
Don't
people
do it.
are cocksuckers.
Stay out of radio.
I've met two cool people in radio. Brother Ken, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But,
Brother Ken and some other
like,
guy.
Radio guys are too cocky. Like, they mistake people like me because I'm a genuinely good guy for people like me because I can give them free shit and get them backstage passes to some fucking shit Nickelback show. They don't know the difference. They think people like them because they're friendly or whatever. And they want something from them.
Why would one want to go backstage at a Why would one even want to go to a Nickelback show?
Dude, every 2 years they sell out the fucking Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita. So you tell me.
The what?
The Intrust Bank Arena in
What is
Wichita.
that, like capacity 2,000?
No, it's 1,500.
It's a building that the city of Wichita didn't want to build, and then somebody said we had to build it. And once they got, and then the city of Wichita said, "Well, we'll build it, and we'll give you guys a loan, and then you got to pay us back." And then they had, like, what was it, 18 sold-out shows in a row, Taylor Swift, all these things. And then the city of Wichita was like, we need our money. And they're like, oh, we haven't made a profit yet. So
It's a really nice place, and the seating is really comfortable if you're an Olsen twin.
oh, yeah, those seats are...
And it's not even width-wise. Like, your knees are going to be in the back of some fucking burly trucker's shoulder.
Yeah.
No matter where you're sitting in that place.
So in other words, you needed a whole row of seats.
Yeah.
You would.
Because
Okay.
I'm fat. Doug's making a fat joke.
I wasn't making a joke. I was just making a point.
Oh, he was making a
That's real
point.
highbrow shit, Doug. Just like last night. Like, you just fucking called me out. I bet you know what time it was if tacos. I was like, what? The fuck are you talking about?
I just bust your balls, man. You're beautiful.
Like about 3/4 of the way through your set, you were making about as much sense as the crackhead that tried to accost your show.
Really? Was it getting
Doug
that
wanted
bad?
to turn the microphone back on and follow him into the bathroom,
I did. I was gonna like do stand up from
which
the
I don't think
bathroom.
would have ended well for
Wouldn't
the
end
show.
well for the dude.
Yeah, for the show.
Well, Romie is famous here in Hutchinson for being the guy who got on stage and said something about what was it you said at the last show? James Davis had done something dumb, and you said, what was it you said? Something, I don't remember what it was, but I know that there's a lot of people when your name gets brought up, they bring that quote up.
Was it? I was filling in for James Davis when he had his car accident.
Yes,
That's what it was. That dumb Filipino slut.
that's it.
I said, I'm filling in for James Davis tonight. We wish him a speedy recovery. He was in a car accident, and this bitch cheered. I was like, what do you not like him or something? She's like, oh, I don't even, I talked to her later. She's like, I don't even know who he is. I was like, so you're just an asshole.
Wait, is it the same Filipino slut that was at the show the last time you and
That's the show. That's the show when I was emceeing for James.
Oh.
It was you and
Webster?
Black
What's his
guy
name?
and-
Brandon Patrick. There we go.
Webster.
One black guy.
Just a short chip. Yeah, Brandon Patrick. That's right.
I like Brandon though.
Because I mentioned, somebody said something about this week, is there anything good going on in Hutch? And I said, well, there's a comedy show. And they're like, well, who are the comedians? And I said, oh, Doug Cheatham out of Kansas City and Romie Lee out of Salina. And they're like, oh, Romie, the guy that when he was filling in for James, I think it was, or whatever. And then they
I don't care
they
if
had
she,
this whole story. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
care if she didn't like him. That's an asshole thing to say. You're like, he was hurt seriously in a car accident. He's laid up. And you're like, woohoo! That's just a dick thing to do. She's like, oh, I was just trying to be
a cheap
whatever. And then she
bomb.
tried to get me to tell her more jokes off stage. I was like, what do you do for a living? She's like, I'm an accountant. I'm like, well, I'll bring my fucking taxes, and you can do them for free.
What
Like, we hate that shit.
What was the problem with her doing that? I mean, I would have made a joke about somebody being in a car wreck, whether I liked him or not.
Well, that's you. I'm just saying. Like, the thing was, she's like, oh, I don't even know him. I was like, oh, so you're just being like a universal asshole. Like, you didn't care who the fuck I was even talking about.
Of course, that was the stupid bitch. I got to swing around the mic stand because I was like, here, let me put this down here for you so you feel like you're at work. Is that the same?
oh, my God.
Yeah, we went to an after party, too, and she wouldn't...
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
She duped us, like, she was playing coy like she was going to show her boobs. Which for a fat comedian from Salina, Kansas is quite a thrill. So,
She did
trying
have
to get that to happen, but she wouldn't.
She did have nice tits, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they were fake.
But she takes us to this garage where
Just
they're
like
playing
her.
ping pong.
Yeah, they were playing...
What?
They weren't even playing beer pong, were they? They were playing
No,
ping
they
pong.
were not playing. It was straight up ping pong. I
They
was
were
like,
playing ping pong in some dude's garage.
like,
That's the thing about going to an after party after you get done doing a show. Like, they want more show. You just can't hang out and bullshit with them. They're like, dance.
Dance, fucking
Dance?
dance.
Yeah, pretty much.
and it was me, you, Brian Rogers, Webster, and
King Jong-il. Kim
Kim Jong-il. That's right.
Jong-un.
It's like, why is it every time I come to the western side of Kansas, the most fucked up shit happens? We're in a garage at 3 o'clock in the morning with an Asian lady, some other Asian girl.
Filipino.
All right, that
Yeah,
side
I'm
of
just
the
saying
world.
it how she
That
said.
side of
She's
the
like-
world.
She's like, I'm Filipino. I was like, what's the difference?
One of them places where they can't drive. I don't know.
That side of the world.
Anyway, and
was
we're
a
at
good one.
Hutchinson at 2:30 in the morning with a prominent business owner, 3 comedians, drunk people, and they're playing ping pong. I was like, dude, am I tripping again? What the hell is? We're in a garage playing ping pong with strangers.
We played Harrington last night, and I sold 4 CDs. Had I taken cocaine as a form of payment, I would have sold at least 5 more, and that's no
Okay,
bullshit.
you said a little bit about this earlier. Some random guy who was a drug dealer or something. Or
He said anything, if you need drugs in Harrington, it comes through me. But he had no money. So he's like the worst drug dealer ever.
The worst drug.
I'm like, dude,
ever.
you don't even have $1 in your wallet to roll up and snort the line of coke you just offered me for this fucking hour long of genius on disc.
Maybe he paid bills yesterday. Maybe he didn't have any cash. You know, drug dealers are always on top of paying bills.
He's like, I got a debit card. I can cut a line, but you're just gonna have to go. You're gonna have to free ball snort it without a straw.
So Doug, you have had you brought up earlier. You always have odd things happen when you come to this. This
may be my last trip to this part of Kansas.
You've had what? You were here one time and somebody's car blew up.
They didn't blow up. Zach, is it Smith? Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was me, Wes Van Horn, Zach Smith, and we're sitting in front of the old district acoustic cap. I mean, like, we need 50 million fucking names for a business in this town. No, it wasn't the W. It was the district.
The district
Acoustic, Cafe Corporation, LLC.
Oh, when I came and seen you, it was the Dub.
No, you were at the district. The small place with
Isn't
the
that
sangria.
short for district, the Dub?
No, it was two
the
different
Dub,
spots.
by the way, completely different thing in Salina.
No, there's 2 different spots. But on the Friday night, Brian had us down here and was just feeding us liquor.
Yep.
And at 3:30 in the morning, it's me, Zach, Wes, Brian, some whore. I mean, I guess whore is not the right.
Some whore.
I guess whore is not the appropriate term because I don't think she charged. She just fucking hoe. I don't know. But anyway, and a bunch of other people, and we're sitting there, and Zach had went to his car to smoke some tobacco product.
That's right.
Refreshments.
Actually, fucking hell, he was smoking weed.
Refreshments.
Yeah, fuck it, he was smoking weed. And he gets out, and apparently he didn't put his pipe out because 10 minutes later, Cletus, some God-fearing American chewing tobacco with a Confederate flag hat on, goes,
of course.
Yeah, dude, there's smoke coming out of your car. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, because, my car is not there. He goes, no, man, look. And we look over, and there's just smoke billowing out of Zach's car. And I'm like, well, wait, we don't see flames. And I think Zach's windows are tinted, but they're not. Soot had covered the windows, so you couldn't see in. And we open up the door, and it looks like the Auschwitz oven, 1942.
Oh, my God, the
Yeah,
Auschwitz oven.
That's the kind of comedy you get from Doug Cheatham.
That's right.
Holocaust and AIDS.
There we go.
So the car's just on fire, and everybody's panicking. Nobody knows what to do. It's 3:30. So what's my stupid ass do? I have this giant glass of, like, 151 proof rum and sangria, and I was like, well, here, this is liquid. Threw that in there. That made it worse. Well, 100. I mean, it's just pure alcohol.
I'm looking at this in my head, thinking, "What the?"
So we get the fire.
Going, wow.
We get the fire put out. The front seats just melted. There's nothing left.
It's gone.
It got so hot the headliner had melted and was drooping down like what's the right word? Stalagmites.
Oh yeah, like in a fucking cave.
Yeah, it this shit's just. I was like, whoa. And Wes is freaking out because he just moved to Kansas City and hadn't been doing comedy up here that long. Zach, the guy that owned the car, me and him are just rolling our asses off laughing. We're so fucked up and drunk, and he's high. We're all at. Wes is freaking out though. But yeah, we spent the whole next day cleaning that thing up, putting sheets. I mean, it looked like the Pulp Fiction car, just bed sheets and blankets and shit. And it just smelled like electric fire in there. I think I got in the car like a year later, and it still smelled like pure fire.
And then the next time you were here, you and Wes did a video interview with us for the TV show Outside the W, and there was some drunk chick.
Oh shit, that's right.
Who just wandered up, and she's like, "Look at my movie" or some kind of shit.
I forgot about that. That's right. We were there that night. Yeah, with
I wish I was a chick.
the clean comedian who kind of got pissed that I was.
Oh, Brett Riley.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy with me doing my thing because you know he gets up there and he's quasi clean, but fuck him, I don't care. He told me do what you do. I was like, do you want me to G this down for you? And he goes, no, do your
like
thing.
you could have G'd it down at all.
Yeah.
I'll do some AIDS jokes, but I'm not gonna use the F word.
Yeah, so we had that, the fire, tit girl, ping pong with Asians or Filipinos in a garage.
Can't wait to see what tonight brings. St. Patty's Day weekend.
Oh shit, dude! This is like stars lining up and shit. I just may need to go back home right now.
Well, the last time that Zach Smith was here, he played. I don't know. Mitch can tell you the whole story. From what I just heard, this is.
Oh yeah, there was like a fight at the last comedy show here. What's up with that?
They had.
I never
That
got
was
the
a different
scoop.
time. Zach wasn't here that time, was he?
No, it wasn't Zach. It was
Wes Van
Scott
Horn
Shaper.
Wes Van Horn.
Was it Schaefer?
I know Wes was on it.
No,
Wes.
it was Wes and then 3 other guys from Kansas City, and they brought Zach in and he played this guitar thing. He just played a guitar.
Or a guitar.
It was either it looked like a guitar, but he did this thing where he like would go through the crowd and play a guitar. It was like an Adam Sandler type gimmick, and nobody got it. They didn't understand what the hell it was. And then after the show was over with, somebody inside said something about, well, I got a problem with you. And they went outside, and there was this big old knockdown drag out.
Yeah, that's a logical thing to do when you don't get something. Fight about it.
And so they're all out there fighting. Well, then Mitch is like, there's a guy trying to hold Mitch back from separating this fight. And Mitch ends up elbowing this guy in the head and knocking him straight the fuck out. And because the guy was doing this stuff, and Mitch is like, let me go, and he throws this elbow, and then he turns, and he's like, he hears something, and he turns around, and what he'd heard was the guy's head hitting the concrete.
Wow,
The
man.
lavish life comedians live.
Yeah, because I was
playing
scrolling
towns.
through Facebook one day, and Mitch had a post up, and somebody said something about comedy, and we had a good time, but you should have stopped it after the first comedian or whatever, and Mitch was like, the fight, and I was like,
I'm sure they'll say the same thing tonight.
yeah, exactly.
Well, have you heard the story of the guy that Mitch has been trying to get to come over to host the show, and how he was going to bring 5 other comedians from Wichita, and they thought they were headlining, and Mitch is like, no, you're hosting. That's all you're doing.
Tonight?
Yeah.
We have 5 hosts?
Well, what ended up happening is the
No,
guy.
I'm not doing the 6-comedian show shit.
No,
Yeah,
what
all right,
happened
cool.
was he said, we're not doing it. He says, if you want to come over and you want to host,
Who's hosting?
apparently nobody's hosting now because
well, you
this
are.
guy,
You're the host.
this guy pulled some shenanigans, and he said, well, here's what we'll do. You travel to Wichita, and we'll sit down, and after my show, then we'll talk monetary issues. And Mitch is like, I'm not traveling anywhere. Do you want to come over and host the show or not? It don't matter to me.
Who's the comedian? Or do you not want to
Some
call
guy
him
named,
out?
his name was Terrence Hayes. Some black comedian from
I was going to
Wichita.
say with
So-
the name Terrence, he's obviously black, so I mean,
I don't feel that way. I mean, the way Jimmy said, well, some black guy, and then you're like, well, he's obviously black.
Some black guy.
and ironically,
My real name's Jerome. I support the black community wholeheartedly. Terrence, goddammit.
friggin'
They were going to bring the comedian troupe. Is there the comedy world order? They're supposed to be like an NWO.
Fuck out of here with that shit! Comedy World Order?
They were like the comedy world order or something.
Oh, fuck you!
And they were going to
Fuck on!
It sounds
They
like
were
a fight
going to
waiting to
come
happen
over.
there.
They were going to come over and host the show. And
5
Mitch,
of them? We need 5 fucking hosts for 2 comedians.
Are they like a improv troupe?
deal. And so what ended up happening is Mitch told him, he said, no, it ain't happening. He goes, I got Doug and Romie, and I just need somebody to get up there, tell 2 jokes, and introduce them. You're only going to be up there maybe a total of 5 minutes the entire night. Because that's going to be the total time.
Comedy World Order in the hotbed of comedy, Wichita fucking Kansas. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
You should have got James Davis to come over. He would have done an admirable job.
And so that all went out the door. And then the guy had posted on Facebook that he was going to go do it. And Mitch calls me and he goes, you better tell Terrence to get that the fuck down because Doug and Romie will see that and it will be on. And so I called up Terrence and I said, what are you doing? And he goes, well, Mitch said that we might be hosting the show. And I said, you might. Which means one person.
Host for two
one person. And so...
Yeah, you're right. I was going to end up yelling. My blood pressure just went up because I heard black comedian, comedy, world order. What is it, wrestling time? That's the punchline, because world order said so. Fucking get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit.
Doug cheated everybody.
I didn't mean to fire up Doug.
Oh, but
I just letting you know what was going on, baby. I didn't mean to fire you up,
Thanks for a great show tonight.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm waking up for the day. That's what's going on. Fucking comedy world order.
So,
he had to drive back to Harrington today to get his debit card. He's already had a shit day.
What?
Yeah. From Salina back to Harrington to get a card that's not even mine.
The other comedian, Luke from Manhattan, left his iPhone
yeah, it was just a hot
in his
mess
car last night. Yeah, they were hammered. I wasn't. I got a hotel room like 3 blocks from.
Sir,
from my
legally,
place,
I was not hammered. Did I take a breathalyzer test? I mean, this is going out on the radio.
Had you taken a breathalyzer test? I'll just say this. I followed you out of Harrington, and I almost called you to tell you to pull over, and I would take you guys the rest of the way.
Wait, I drove off the road once, and that's because I was checking email at 3:30 in the morning.
He's like, hey, follow me. I was like, don't speed. That's my only requirement for following you. This motherfucker's doing 80 and a 65 the whole goddamn time.
That's not speeding. That's getting to where you got to go quickly.
That's clearly speeding, dude. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I do not break the laws. I do not
going where you
famous
need
for
to go
and cocaine.
and getting there quickly.
Speeding would have been 110.
We have different ideas of what the law is, though.
Yeah, and here's the comparison.
We got different ideas of what
I
the
drive
law
a
is,
Nissan
Doug.
Versa, and he's got a Mustang. Actually, you should have let me borrow your car last night.
And totaled it?
No.
I got Gap insurance. You take that motherfucker into everything you need to.
Really? Let's just switch out cars. Sherry would love yours. We'll switch cars. You can have the Versa.
But you total it. I don't want a goddamn Nissan Versa. Do you think I can even fit in that thing?
Point made, sir. Point made.
Sad.
All right. So, comedy world order.
Okay, so
Can we just move on?
so we're
Christ, I
back
get
with the
fucking
comedians
Facebook
world
press.
order.
No, because
Really?
this is
You
gonna.
think you're hot shit?
Well, hold on. Let me pull up.
This is gonna tie back into something you and I were talking about the other day.
Let me
What's
pull
that?
up here.
Comedy
Terrence
gangs.
Hayes.
Like, we need to get the West Coast, East Coast violent drive-by shooting shit going with comedians.
Like comedy turf wars.
Yeah.
Comedy turf
The East-West
wars.
battle.
So here we go. I guess we could declare war on the CWO.
Well, see, what they
Doug.
were going to do is they posted on Facebook. They were like, "Well, the 620 is or the 316 is going to invade the 620. Comedy World Order is coming over to the Double Barrel Saturday."
What is
And
this?
Mitch gets a hold of this guy. And he
They
goes,
did not either. Find that shit and take a snap. Oh, you.
Who is this? That must not be Facebook.
And he
friends.
said-
Oh, I'm so adding this cocksucker on fucking Facebook.
and he
and
said,
Twitter.
he calls him up and he says, "You got to take that shit the fuck
Is this guy?
down."
I'm over here
homie."
getting pissed about this. Is this a friend of yours, Jiggy?
No, he is just a comedian who's been trying to get into shows over here. Is what's going on.
Well, it sounds like he needs to be doing wrestling with fucking Comedy World Order.
Well, see, he wanted to come out to CM Punk's Cult of Personality, and he was going to jump down, and instead, like CM Punk always does, it's clobbering time. He always comes out and he yells, "It's comedy time!" And then he...
Oh, my God.
You're just you just.
I should just
I can
shut
see
up.
Doug just fucking boiling right now.
I am. How long has this fuck been doing comedy?
I don't think long.
Apparently not.
Once again, Terrence, that's Doug talking.
What he
I don't think
does-
you're a fuck.
What he does is he's been doing this thing
on the air
where
for the
he's...
record, you don't. As soon as the mic's off.
He's been doing this thing in Wichita for a couple months where he's like trying to figure out who's the funniest guy in Wichita. And they've been trying to get him and all of his group together.
That's Mr. Biggs, hands down.
Or
It's Mr. Biggs.
Jared Tide.
Jared Teedy is fucking.
Or Teed.
You know Teedy? Jared Teedy. He did my show in December. He won the. He beat
Oh,
me
yeah.
out in the Wichita's Funniest Person contest. All
All right, so Terrence, go find Jared
Teedy and
Teedy,
watch his
sorry.
set.
and
He is a
Mr.
fantastic
Biggs.
writer.
And then you can come to Kansas City and try to recruit me.
They do this thing, like, for instance, Terrence posted yesterday on the old Facebook. He posted this, and Facebook, of course, is a reference to our buddy Johnny Kim there, Romie. This Sunday night at Ernie Biggs, I want all my friends to be there live to support their favorite comedian. I have somewhat lost my mojo with the last few shows, and I have done, but I have not lost my confidence. So come out Sunday night. Show starts at 9, and there's no covers. See you then.
When is it? Who is this?
Terrence Hayes.
Oh, I'm looking at that right now. I don't see any of that.
Let's see.
Are you friends?
No, but I can see his timeline.
I'm trying to pull this deal up here.
The only
Where
thing I see is the last thing was March 2nd that he posted something.
he says Asian and Latina women are what's best for business.
What business?
Was there a
Nail
punchline?
salons?
Is there a fucking punchline to that joke?
I don't know.
Or is he going to put on White Crow makeup and hop out of the ceiling right about now with a baseball
Like
bat?
Sting? Is he gonna hop out of the ceiling? Oh my God! Doug Cheatham unleashed, baby. This is what we. This is what's best for
Doug's
business.
like falling into this whole wrestling bullshit too. He's like, "You want a fucking war? You got a war."
As long as he doesn't go, dude, and Doug Cheatham's gonna run wild.
So what is
Hogan
the 620? Is that the?
No, if we're going to go that route, I'll hop on stage in the middle of his set with 2 Budweiser cans and a black vest on. That's what I'll do.
Wow. But he's got this. Let me see if I can find this post here. He might have taken it down because Mitch called him up and
I so hope to
lit
God.
him up.
I so
he
hope to
lit
God.
him up. He's like, I'm not doing this for me and my business. I'm doing this because those 2 guys are my friends and they're the headliners on Saturday. And you're an idiot.
Well, I just hope we don't have a hostile takeover tonight.
No, wait. I really hope they come.
Man.
Because I've just got another 30 minutes worth of material now if they do.
Which is amazing because Doug doesn't even have 30 minutes of material now.
This is true.
His crowd work last night was amazing. Probably about 3/4 through his set, he was hammered, and he just a non sequitur out of nowhere. He's like, "So, how many of you hoes are into anal?" They were obviously all into anal, but in a town where like they try to pay for everything and cocaine. Why wouldn't
That's
you be?
right, man. In Harrington, you know, we ain't got a theater.
That guy's like,
We don't have a Walmart.
buddy
You want
looks
to fuck
like-
me in the ass? Come on.
my buddy Luke's like, "Can you get me some Adderall?" And the dude like literally, he's like, "Let me make a phone call."
Oh my God! Really?
I'll finish the rest of that tonight on.
But you know what this
It's hilarious what he said after that.
I have to make this point very clear.
Go.
You could not ask for a better comedy crowd, booker, owner of a venue. That place is so
Yeah.
cool. I would go back there anytime.
The
Of
Block
course,
House Bar in Harrington, Kansas.
Yes.
Curtis McBride.
Curtis McBride, sweet dude, love it. Every time I've been there, it has been phenomenal. Next time I go back, I'll be wearing a flak vest and have a gun with me, just in case Matt decides to go up and go postal.
Well, I
But
don't think you need a gun for him.
well, just in case. He's been to prison and beat up 5 cops, so could you put it above him?
I know, but they were Harrington cops.
They were Harrington cops. Yes.
That's kind of like Paul Blart, mall security guard.
Let's see. Yeah, he ripped these posts down. Mitch must have really let him have it because they're gone. But I'm sure Mitch has got screenshots because he was he was quite angry.
Fucking CWO.
What is that again? What is it? CWO? What is that?
Like the Comedy World Order or something. And
Come without oinking. I'm just,
it's him. Let's see here. It's him. Some guy named Mr. 2000 or Mr. Comedy 2000 or something. Let me see here. There's like 6 of these guys, and then there's another guy that's in their group, and his name is Roy Bam Gilmore.
Oh, I know Uncle Bam.
He's in this group with them.
Oh, yeah. I don't know him that well. I met him a few times.
Yeah.
he all right?
Uncle Bam?
Yeah.
He was cool to me that night.
But he's in a comedy posse.
Apparently, I don't know.
He's in the New World Order of
There
Comedy.
didn't appear to be no comedy posse that night I met him, but I don't. Maybe that's before they started it. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Well, we're gonna do this.
I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm funny to be funny for people that are paying to see it. I'm not in a competition with anybody to be funny.
You don't care about any of the other
You're funny
crap.
to me. I don't give a shit. I admit when people are funnier than me. I admit last night I had an all right set, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
You have to have that self-actualization to know that. You can't just be like, like I said the other day on Facebook, I was like, hey, edgy comedians. I said, there's a difference between just, when you write a punchline, it needs to at least be funny. That's the difference between being edgy and being the dude that's just blaming the crowd because they don't get it. There has to be a punchline there. There has to be...
Unless you're in the comedy world order. You can pop out of the goddamn ceiling and go, boogity, boogity, boogity. Oh, look at me.
The comedy world order. Oh, my God.
You didn't laugh at my jokes.
Doug is
You're fired.
Doug is fired up.
I've been known to fucking throat chop a few people that didn't get my jokes and then yell woo at them in the face.
Step into my punchline. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Is this what it's come to?
We've been taking our shots and writing our jokes. And what you gonna do when my 22-inch set or 22-minute set runs loose on you?
I got a tight 22.
So, what it's come down to is the last hour here of our comedy excursion.
Yeah, move on. I'm done wasting
Cheatham
time.
and Romie is going to be you making fun of these guys in Wichita with the comedy world order.
Doug was making fun of him. I was like, I'm cool with Uncle
Fucking
Bam.
right I
I met
was.
him a
It's
couple times.
comedy, cocksucker, not fucking wrestling on Monday night. I have no respect for that shit.
Well, like he'll post something like on Facebook, like he posted, "Good morning to the chicks who woke up this morning with a dead phone because they fell asleep with Pandora on last night," and that's supposed to be.
Oh, I'm stealing that shit. It's so good.
I've done that a few times.
One reason dating is a struggle nowadays is because 4 billion women on this earth got 4 billion different rules on how to approach them.
Hit me with that again.
One reason dating is a struggle nowadays is because 4 billion women on this earth got 4 billion different rules on how to approach them.
Oh, okay, I get it. I didn't the way it was worded at first. I didn't get it, but I understand it.
But we're in the comedy world order, and we're gonna slap these bitches in the line.
Oh, Douglas.
Oh, Douglas.
Fuck, put some tassels on your fucking arm and a bird on your face and shake the...
Coco Beware, the Ultimate Warrior?
No, the Ultimate Warrior. That's
You forget Jiggy's like an old school wrestling dude. Like, he's getting all the references you're saying. Like, he's just pulling out shit he remembers as a kid, but you're getting all these references, and so am I.
Run to the fucking stage and grab the mic stand and just,
I seen Coco Beware. The first time I realized wrestling was fake, I was at the Kansas Coliseum in Wichita, and I seen Coco Beware fight the Barbarian, and he beat him. And the Barbarian was like 3 times his fucking size. I was like, this is not real.
This is not real. None of this is real.
They're real athletes, but I mean...
Well, yeah.
Put on some pantyhose with holes and
do
then
what
cut
they
the
do.
crowd member's hair after the show.
Brutus Beefcake in the
But I see a
building.
staircase with more than 2 stairs, and I'm like, fuck me. There's no way I'm climbing a rope and jumping anywhere.
Put the crowd to sleep with your fucking comedy and then cut their hair with gardening shears.
Are you still... I'd like to... That's what I like about Doug. You love him or hate him, but he don't make any veiled passive-aggressive comments. Like, he just fucking comes out and he's like, fuck you.
That's right, man. That's what comedy needs more of. It's just,
I agree.
That's Patrice O'Neal was that way. Just, yeah, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here with your fake-ass jive wrestling comedy shit, man.
Too many people... Like, I've been doing comedy 8 years now, and I'm still learning. There's a lot of guys that haven't been doing comedy as long as me, but they think they're done learning. Like, it's...
Yeah.
You have to be funny. No matter what you're saying, after you find your voice, if you're up there ranting, there has to be something funny. You can't just be up there fucking screaming nothing. Like, Sam Kinison screamed.
Yeah.
But he had shit to say, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, and that's just
Is it like you got to find your act? Is that kind of what it is?
I'm the same person on stage as off stage. I don't have an act. I don't even like that word. They're like, oh, I like your little skit or your... I hate that shit.
Yeah.
But
I like your little presentation tonight. It's like,
I like
Has
your
anybody
comedy
ever said that to
presentation
you?
this evening.
Yeah.
I enjoyed your little presentation tonight.
It's like, yeah.
Me talking about fucking your wife right in front of you?
Yeah.
Is that a presentation? As Doug did last night?
That wasn't his wife. It was his mom.
It was his mom. Doug, like, right in front of this guy, asked his mom, did she like her... did she like her vagina licked?
Yeah. No, I didn't say those exact words.
What are you doing over here, Doug?
No, I didn't. I didn't use those exact words.
I didn't want to burn your bit here. But
No, don't burn the bit.
I'm not
But
gonna.
it tied into something.
Yeah.
And this lady, her old ass was probably like, 67, but she was still pretty
Yeah.
hot. I mean, if I was single, I would have
fuck
gotten
her.
some Quaker State 1040, thrown it in there, lubed it up, and went to town. It would have been. She was actually attractive, and then I'm like, "Is this your husband?" She goes, "No, that's my son." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" Because he
But
looked older than she did.
But her son, like the dude, his wife...
Oh,
I
had a
got
phenomenal ass.
I have video on my phone, and I don't do that. I'm not a creeper like that. But her ass was the best. What did she make? She was probably in her 30s.
Oh yeah, but that ass straight up.
The most amazing ass.
Holy shit!
I'm going to challenge tonight that Hutchison, because Harrington wanted to talk a little shit on Hutch last night. I'm going to challenge Hutchison tonight that Harrington has the greatest ass in the history of asses.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
going to prove these
Yeah.
broads here, or have these broads here tonight try to prove me wrong
And she was
by
wearing
showing
these
their asses.
yoga pants. She was wearing these yoga pants.
I got the video, Jig.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Doug's trying to do like a crocodile hunter type bit, and he keeps putting his fucking hand in front of my camera phone, and then
Yeah, I didn't. But I
white
didn't realize
hillbillies
that's
were
what
trying
you-
to grind on her and ruin the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's what you're doing. But I'm standing over there. It's like Steve Irwin. Looky here at the trailer park folk. Oh, look at that giant ass. Look at that. Ah, that's a big one, ain't it? Hey, settle down. Settle it down on the floor and fuck the shit out of it. What do you, settle down. So I'm just being I didn't realize he was trying to get footage of the epic ass.
I also had video of Doug shortly after leaving the stage, after him doing his bit about how he wants to kill white guys that act black. Him on stage singing Snoop Dogg at karaoke.
I did. That was the irony of it.
But it didn't pick up any audio. It knew better. Like my phone knew better
It
than
knew
to pick
better.
up audio of a white dude
Knew
trying
better
to
to
rap.
pick up.
I really hope you got footage of me though, like masturbating and fingering my asshole. Where that one guy was singing Black Velvet.
I didn't, but yeah, she was singing fairly all right.
She was, and I'm just up there,
hamming it up.
doggy style, rubbing my ass and just, being me, just.
Just being mean.
Here, look at this white guy dancing.
What are you got over there? Who is that
Just some
guy?
random fucking guy dancing.
Who is
That's
this?
how white people dance.
As cool as this place is, and I will go back
Yeah.
there again. I'm quite confident it's where they filmed the cantina scene in Star Wars. Mos Eisley. I'm telling you, man. What is it Obi-Wan says? You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Yeah.
Look
it's
at
like,
that ass,
that's it.
Jiggy. Look at that ass.
Wow.
Really?
You can see it in between the white guys trying to grind on her. Right in front of her husband.
Man, that was a Kardashian ass without the bitchy cunt attitude. That's exactly what
she
that
was a
was.
sweetheart.
Holy shit.
She was working too. She was dropping it like it's hot.
Wearing those
Dropping
yoga,
it like it's hot.
wearing those yoga pants.
The
made
whitest
from-
guy ever just said that.
Wearing those
No,
yoga.
the whitest guy ever is Kenny Zombie
She
Jim.
was dropping it like it was hot dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and she's wearing those yoga pants that were made of shitty '80s car seat covers. Just fucking grandma's 1982 Buick LeSabre car seat covers. Just
Almost like a tribal Indian pattern on them.
yeah, just horrible.
So, after tonight, are you guys? Do you have a Sunday show you're doing? Or?
No. Well, I tried to talk Doug into staying here because Mitch posted the other day a top 10 things to do in Hutchison this weekend. We were number 7, our show at the Double Barrel, and I think number 8 Sunday night they're having a poetry slam here in town. And I tried to talk Doug into staying so we could go do slam.
I'm one of those
Poetry
guys
night.
that when I'm done in a town, if I get an opportunity to go home, I go.
Yeah.
Like just gone. Like my wake up calls at 6:30 in the morning.
You're out.
Fuck yeah, go home. Why not?
Get the hell out of here.
I mean, if I was in New York or Chicago,
I'll
don't
be
get me
here at-
wrong, I wouldn't leave.
I'll be here at 11:55 trying to get a hand job off the maid.
I will give you a heads up. The girl at the front desk, why she's a bit plump, cute in the face.
That
You
old
two-
lady?
No, not her. You weren't there. She was gone.
She had a peach pantsuit
No, not
dress.
her. But you would do it. Admit it.
No, she looked like she was just old.
Looked like Hazel.
She didn't look like the 67-year-old
like
mother in
Hazel.
Harrington last night. Who the fuck is Hazel?
Oh my gosh, you don't know who Hazel is?
I mean, I'm old, but no.
The TV show from the, what was it, 60s?
Yeah.
Hazel, the maid.
It was
of course,
born
this
in
lady,
77.
well, at 76, I'm not too far down the rabbit trail from you. Of course, Hazel had red hair, this lady had black. But just that
I am
look.
Had that vibe.
I am
Yeah.
a redhead aficionado.
Redhead aficionado.
Dude, if you're a redheaded chick and you're even semi good looking, come to any of my shows. I will plug my shows after this. You come to my shows, I will give you a free CD, and I will autograph your vagina and butthole with my tongue.
All right.
Wow.
You know, they have a thing
I'm a
for that.
gentleman. I am a gentleman.
It's
You are a gentleman,
It's called
Romie.
Craigslist. Just find an ad.
Yeah, but I don't want to drive for it. I want them to drive to me. Like, I'm lazy. Like,
I
that's-
think there are women
that's how
out
I
there
hunt
on
vagina
Craigslist that,
nowadays.
you
I'm
know,
just like,
They will drive.
it's called call in or
They will
I
drive.
don't want to
Calling
spend
service.
anything. Like, I already bought the CDs. They're paid for. I'll trade a CD. But I don't want to pay money. That's prostitution.
who gives a shit? I would gladly pay to get laid.
I've never paid to get
Well, neither have I, but I would if I got to that. You know, I'm with somebody right now, but you know,
well, for now.
well, exactly, but she doesn't like me. And you and I, did I tell you that? No,
I
it
can
was
hardly blame her.
it was for britches. I was telling. Yeah.
Oh my God, you can hardly
No, I'm a
blame
lot
her.
different. I'm a lot different at home. When you say I'm not the same person on stage,
You just basically said, I'm a pussy
who?
in parts of my life. That's what you just said. Oh, I'm different at home. I don't act
Yes,
like
I am. No,
I
I'll
don't act
straight
like a
go. Hey,
complete cocksucker and ask all the hoes in the room if they're into anal.
no,
randomly.
I'm straight up, dude. When I'm at home with her, I got the kids. No, totally. I wouldn't say totally different, but I'm not this. It's you don't not be yourself on stage
Yeah.
versus your real life, but you just turn the volume down. You know, like Spinal Tap. This
Exactly.
goes up to what was the joke?
I don't understand this at all. Turn it off. I don't-
Turn the volume down from your,
I'm
water
not
it
loud
down.
though. I don't like. I know what you're saying. Like you're
Yeah.
you're not a character, but you're
Oh no, not
a
at
more
all.
amplified character of which you already are.
It's an
Which is most comedy. I guess I am too, but like all this shit that I do in my act is
Your presentation.
like my presentation is
your comedic presentation.
shit I see and shit I think about. Like it's me. It's not a character thinking of it.
Yeah.
No, when I get on stage, what was that in the Spinal Tap movie where they're talking about the super amplifier? Well, this
Yeah.
goes to 14 or whatever it was. That's me on stage. I get home, it's down to 6, 7, and just fucking. There's no reason to be at
And
home running around going, "Fuck you, kids! Go clean your fucking room, you little cock!"
And
just
his dick is reminiscent of the Stonehenge scene in Spinal Tap.
this is true.
It's really small and there's midgets dancing around it at most times.
Oh my God.
That's true, man.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I love my girlfriend to death. She's a great woman. Every day with her is like our first date.
This is going to be a great show tonight. I am already shit hammered on Fireball whiskey shots.
Oh fuck, great.
Hey, it's my turn tonight. I guarantee I'm not going to be starting a fight with no asshole named Matt.
I'm gonna ask when I go out tonight. All right, is anybody in the crowd named Matt?
And then you're going to be like,
Fuck you. Fuck you, Matt.
fuck you and your cop dad.
Go hit your wife.
Go hit your wife.
Why don't you go hit her, dude?
I'm Doug, and I wholeheartedly encourage domestic violence.
So, how do you think you guys are going to be able to? Okay, when you guys, like for instance, last night and tonight, who goes? Do you guys have a set deal? Like you go on first, Doug, and then
Well, apparently,
Romie, or do you?
I'm going on last
flip-flop,
again
or-
tonight.
And see, Doug, he says that, but like, he booked these two shows, so of course he's headlining.
But I'm not a diva. I'm willing to go.
Yeah,
It's
he would.
exactly
Like,
right.
if he wanted, if I wanted to go last, he would let me tonight. But like last night, like you have different nights every night. Like last night,
Yeah.
and I'm a big enough man to admit this, I couldn't have followed what he did last night. Even if he was only up there for the half hour that I was up there, I couldn't have followed what he did last
In
night.
all fairness, and I'll tell you this, that's why I went up and dialed it up last night. See, he says he don't think he had a good set last night. He had a great set, and so did Luke. Both them two rocked it last night. And when I'm watching Luke, I'm like, oh shit, but Romie's got to go up. So you can tell when you're headlining, man. You watch the MC, you watch the feature, and you listen to the crowd. And if they're killing, it's like, dude, now my work's cut out for me.
Yeah.
And the more you go into comedy, like I featured for Longhorn in Evansville, and Longhorn gave me carte blanche. He goes, dude, go out and if you want to hate fuck the crowd, do it. Do your thing. But I'm going to beat you. And I was like, okay, so I did.
If you're a professional comedian that is paid, even if you're not usually a headliner, if you're paid to close a show and somebody in front of you does something that you can't follow, then you're not qualified to close that show. If you make an excuse, you should be able to fucking follow any car wreck situation that happens in comedy. And there's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. You should be able to recover that crowd because just because they hate that guy in front of you and he pissed them off, that doesn't boil over to your set. You should be able to do what you do without making excuses. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly right. Both these guys.
And you should want, like Doug says, you should watch the other comedians and you should up it. That's the progression of the show. Yeah. It should go from here to the next level and then over the top.
And I knew the second I stepped on the stage last night, I was like, dude, I got my work cut out for me.
And any comedian worth their fucking salt will want whoever's in front of you to do a good job.
Yeah, and that's what I go back to the Longhorn story in Indiana. I went out and here was the thing. I didn't want to go out and totally like take all the steam out of the show, but I was running in about fourth gear. And I was like, just to screw with Longhorn, it's like, let's see if he can follow this. And guess what?
To screw with Longhorn, let's see if he can follow this.
I'm not like, I don't have my foot all the way in the gas, but it's on there pretty good. And here's what a professional Longhorn is. He's been doing this so long that as much as I lit up the stage, he topped it. And I was impressed because I was like, all right, that's going to be tough to follow, but I know he can. And he did. He put the hammer down, and a Longhorn does not usually work dirty all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I won't wrestle with that bull again because holy shit. I was like, wow. But you know what I'd be interested in seeing is put Longhorn on first, of which I would never allow because he's been doing this so long.
Yeah.
That, I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But I would like the challenge for Longhorn to go out and do that because I want to try to up it and see if I can do it because that will tell me a lot about myself as a comedian. Yeah. Can I go out and top this?
That's why, like we had this discussion the other day, like me and Doug are fans of New York City comedians. That's our... Like, there's some funny L.A. comedians, but living in New York and doing comedy there, just shut up. There's a few. But, like, in comedy clubs in big cities like that, you're forced to be like that because if you're a new person, they'll put you behind Louis C.K. They don't give a shit. If Louis C.K. comes in and says, I want the 5th spot, they're going to give it to him, and you have to follow him. There's no progression of set comedians like this guy, and then the next guy is funnier than the next guy. They're all national headliners. And if you're a new guy, they'll throw you right in the middle of it. That's how you get good. You get good by following people that are way better than you.
Well, the thing that you brought up something about trying to follow, or like Doug was saying with Longhorn. What about? And I don't know. Did you see Screech when he was in Salina?
I did not. I got asked to open the show, and I had.
Hey, there's another one. There's another one. Dustin Diamond.
Hold on, we've got another call. The band guy is calling me back. Hey, what's up?
I can't find you.
We're about to be there.
Okay, well, when you get here, just come on in.
All right.
Who is this?
All right, I'll see you in a few.
I was calling to let you know that I'm close.
All right, later. That's
you
what it
still
was.
know the name of the band?
I didn't get it.
What's
We'll figure it out.
We'll
figure it out when they get
You
here.
are a fucking nexus of journalistic.
We'll figure it out when they get here.
Kronos. That's the name of their band. That's
Kronos?
fucking Kronos.
Kronos.
The Klingon
Is one of their
homeworld.
posters on the wall?
No, they're not on the wall.
Well, they've obviously come far. Most of these bands in here I don't even know, so that does not speak well for whoever's about to show up.
And then we have the James Davis poster.
Wait, what's that?
over
The
there
Four
where he
Freshmen? Is that a
no-showed.
rockabilly band?
Where's James Davis?
Remember up there, Double Barrel, the roast,
Oh, yeah.
and he no-showed the
I missed
roast
that.
as the
Yeah, I had
host,
to fucking work that night. I couldn't.
and he no-showed
I
it.
could not find. I'll straight up, dude. I could not financially afford to come.
Hey, that's
what were we
cool.
talking
Not.
about, what were we talking about, Screech again?
Yes.
Dustin Diamond, that cunt.
Let him say what he's going to say. You've already
Right.
said fuck him 3 times.
Dustin Diamond, when he was here in Hutch, his booker had called and said something
His
about
wife,
they couldn't
girlfriend?
find the hotel. They didn't know where the hotel was. And so he showed up, and he was just an asshole to everybody.
That's what James Davis said.
He got on stage, and he was like, so are you guys all pumped up for Saved by the Bell? If you think this is going to be a Saved by the Bell reunion, you're fucking screwed. And all this got the crowd pissed off. Then when they did the autographs at the end, he wouldn't take pictures with people. He would take pictures, but only with his camera.
$10 probably.
$10.
Oh, fuck him.
And then he did autographs, and the guy was like, well, I need you to sign it. Can you just sign it, your friend? And he goes, how about I just go, Dustin?
Is it just me, or do you not wish Screech would have went to Columbine so we didn't have to fucking Saved by the Bell Columbine edition?
Saved by the Bell Columbine.
This is a story I got. Remember JC's Bar and Grill in Salina?
Yes.
That's where I started comedy way back in the day.
Either you're going to have to excuse me for 2 minutes.
No problem.
Or we
Go.
have to go to a commercial.
Actually, we'll go to commercial because I think these guys can't figure it out. So let's do this.